Hello survivors, I'm the Survivalist, and welcome to Dredge, our next main series on the channel. So we tackled the demo for Dredge, I think it was a couple of months ago now. It was pretty early into this year. I think we gave it a shot, tried to see what it was, and it was a very interesting little demo experience. So the full game is finally released, and we're going to be covering it and seeing how we do for it. It is technically a fishing game, but it's also not exactly a fishing game. Like, if you guys haven't seen it before, it's a really interesting take on something like this. It really struck me as being a very well standout experience from the demo that we got to play, and I was eager to come back to this when we get a chance. And we finally got it here, so I figure with us changing up the series quite a bit, trying to be a little bit more dynamic for the channel, this will be a good series to bring at this time. And here we are. Now, there's probably going to be quite a few episodes just going through the same old things that we had already gone through, because, again, I think the demo covered the very opening for the game. So it'll be a good chance to get familiar again with everything, get our bearings, and see how it goes along. The morning light fills your eyes, and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. Welcome to Greater Marrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Ah well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time, it can really creep up on you. And there we go, already settled back in. And yeah, we've got, I think it's basically just a very beginner stuff for it. I know there were some things where, again, well, it's kind of a thing that usually happens, is you could pre-order the game and get, like, little bonuses, but I didn't want to do that. I still like doing the full basic, this is what it is at its most basic pickup point and how it plays. So we got a fresh start. We've met the mayor of Greater Marrow, who sent me out to catch some fish and find my bearings. Seems nice enough. Warned me to be back before nightfall, though. Said something about fog, bit dramatic. So just catch as many fish as I can and then come back to town. That looks like everything there, so we'll undock and get back into the hang of how this controls. Yeah, so it's nice early morning. We can use the mouse to move around. It is still a really nice looking game with, like, the aesthetic and art style chosen for it. Move to a spot, press F, and this one I'm trying to remember. I think it's... yeah, these are the little fishing mini games. Place that there and keep going. Yeah, let's get ourselves nice and early start. I don't know if I should... maybe I will fish this right out, because I have to imagine, like, if this is, like, the very starting tutorial stuff. Yeah, okay, so that's been depleted. We can move along. We've got the little buoys out here. Oh! A floating buoy. It serves to mark safe passage past dangerous rocks and obscured hazards. Its dim light also provides a brief respite in the gloom of night. Okay, I guess I gotta go a little slower to read proper. I'm going a little fast with stuff. But then we go into tab, we have, yeah, our hold of everything so far. The one fishing rod we got, the engine, and just the... oh, and the entry in the encyclopedia, which has a lot to eventually discover and see. Like, there were little hints of just, like, how much there was to find in the demo, too, so... now we're probably going to be in store for quite a bit we can go after and tackle. Disturbed water, we don't have the right equipment, so we'll have to leave that for now. Oh, that's probably what that is. I thought that was like a special item on that. It's just like a no symbol, like the circle with the cross through it. Or I guess more like a line, not a cross. There we go. Yeah, if we can fish it, we have the little hook. There we go. And then, yeah, we can rotate it to try to fit it better. Well, let's just catch everything we can as it recommended we do, or suggested. Nope, that's that wrapped up. Time only advances when moving, fishing, or taking specific actions. So yeah, you can keep the boat still, and then the clock doesn't change at all, because time is going to be something we very, very carefully need to watch. We got a spot here. And this is basically all the gameplay doing. There is going to be a lot more stuff opened up from equipment, species, and locations we'll get to go eventually. But it is still a really nice, simple start experience. Okay, and yeah, that basically is everything I think I can keep right now, but I do want to check the little bottle here. Collect the item. 20th August, 1927. Okay, so yeah, from the letter dated August 20th, 1927. Morning of the second day of the honeymoon, and our first day proper. Today, we're sailing around the islands and inlets at the back of Greater Marrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and colors are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he will keep his hands on the wheel instead of the rods. He renamed the boat last night, Julie. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. He wanted to throw away everything with the old name on it, but I kept the keychain. Ocean's Riches was a good name. I think he's prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I see the basket half hidden, stuffed under a blanket at the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. Yes, there's all kinds of little things that we'll eventually get to find and see. I think for now, time did advance pretty quickly, because we're already up to, what's that, 5? Oh, and then, yeah, we've got, spyglass, lights, and the foghorn. Oh, it's right-click too. Is it? Oh, that's it. Okay, my bad. It's E to bring up the menu. You hover over what you want, and then you just right-click, and that'll activate or... Okay, that's how it works. Again, still slowly getting the hang of everything, so I apologize if it's a little slow going for the first week. But I think it's nice to settle back in with Dredge. And then we'll come up here to Greater Marrow, and we can dock right here. Oop. A little bit bumpy docking. You step onto the dock at Greater Marrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. Ah, I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan. But I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So, to recap, you'll need to sell the fish to the local market, paying off your debt, and in turn, keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Selling the fish helps the town, pays off my debt. Got it. Off you go then. Sell those fish while they're still fresh. Yeah, so we want to go visit... Yeah, it's only $50, which isn't too bad. And the fishmonger. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around downcast man behind the counter. You're a new fisherman, eh? Surprised I found new ones so fast. What happened to the other one? He takes a certain type of person to last out here. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more, too. Other towns on other islands might pay you different. While you've got a debt outstanding here, I'd suggest you work on paying it off first. So let's see what you've got. Yeah, so let's see. So that'll be 738. Oh, and then I guess so the debt adjustment is just like how much we're paying off per thing we sell, I think. Actually, we already made more than enough to pay off the entire debt if I wanted to. I'm not sure it's supposed to go that fast. Okay, I think that's there. Oh, the mayor is standing outside the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I've no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something out of it. Why don't you take it? A research part. We did collect some of these from the demo, but we couldn't actually put them to use to upgrade the boat. Now, though, we should be able to. Oh, one last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. Yeah, I think Yeah, see, like, we already have a good chunk of the debt paid off. Shipwright. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks up at you briefly before turning back to her work. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front, and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take on any damage from the rocks, or any damage at all, I can patch it up, mostly. She shrugs and gestures towards the hull she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead. Yeah, so now I can see what else I've got. So we've got a simple skimmer there. I don't have enough for the weighted line yet, but we could probably buy the skimmer. There are some other engines I could pick up. No nets. There are more lights, but I think we basically... We've got one light, but we could probably use another. I think, though, that works for shallow, that works for coastal. So you know what? It'd probably be worth it to pick up the simple skimmer. Oh, there we go. Have to hold. My bad. Yeah, get that installed there. And I think that's everything for now. Yeah, so we'll return to town. I don't think there's anything to repair. Yeah, no, nothing. Yeah, so I've only got 44 left, so we'll head back and see what we got. So, just check the encyclopedia again. Yeah, we've got the blue mackerel and the cod we caught, and I think that's it for there. Time-wise, doing pretty good. So I think we are always meant to be careful at night, so we'll probably just take it easy with... Oh, hang on. Actually, there's research I could do. So, I could look at getting a flexible fishing pole, which allows for both. Or I could get a hydraulic rod that assists with catching larger species. I feel like I want the hybrid rod to start, if I'm honest. Just because it feels like that is going to be more useful than anything else. Like, as nice as it would be to get a hydraulic rod for larger species, I think I need the right equipment to actually catch them in the first place. There's engine I could look at getting improved. And then, yeah, we don't have the others yet. So, you know what? Let's go for that flexible fishing rod. Oh, I see. Okay, depending on how many parts you sink in, that's how much it takes to open that up. Okay, well, that's good to know at least. So we got one started towards the flexible fishing pole. And I think we are good to just take a little rest till tomorrow. So we'll do that. Just get some sleep in until dawn, and then we'll embark and try to get another load of fish. Yeah, so let's undock. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I do... let me talk to the mayor, see if there's anything else to speak about. What can I do for you? Let's not pay off the debt yet. Let's do a little bit more work, and then maybe we'll just naturally get it done. I want to ask about the wider region. Certainly. Is there something in particular you wish to know more about? Let's talk about the Gale Cliffs. Ooh. Oh, I guess if you're actually in town, I guess you hear all of the bell beats for, like, time of day. That's pretty neat. Well, the main port over there is called Ingfell. It's right on the approach to the cliffs. You can't miss it. It's a whaling town, but I haven't heard much talk of it these days. I think quite a few people have left one way or another. Is there another area you'd like to discuss? Maybe that'll be it for now. Let's come across the areas first, and then we can always ask about it. What about the last fisherman, though? The last fisherman? No, he is very unreliable. He'd go out at night, come back with no fish, and proceed to sleep all day. He was also a terrible captain. I mean, really terrible. Constantly running around on the reef, even in broad daylight. Shipwright almost ran out of wood for repairs. No, he was no good. One evening he left and never came back. So long. He shan't be missed by us. Now, what else can I do for you? I think I'll go back to fishing. Yeah, so... the previous one went out quite a bit often at night. Now, let's turn the light off. I can always use the spyglass and take a look out. Oh, I saw some... okay, so there's a few pools over there. Mackerel pool there. Dredging area there. We'll have to get equipment for that. Let's go off and start just getting what we can. Actually, what is that out there? Okay, that's another dredging spot. It looks like that one might be a bit more treasure-wise. Let's just do what we can here. There we go. We got a Gulf. I have to see how I want to do this, because this is also a little bit of, like, inventory management for the puzzle. We'll stop with that, just so we don't completely deplete it. I'll just see what else we can find. It's getting a little gloomy, though. What do we got here? Oh, this is a... Oh, this is a weird one. Okay, so as you reel in for this species, gray eels, you actually jump back and forth between the little parts. We'll keep that there, because that's still leave a little bit of fish there. I don't know... Okay, I can't catch that, but that looks like sharks I might actually be able to bring in. Let's see here. Maybe we'll just catch one fish from... Oop. I guess all we can catch is the one fish. That depleted that one out. What is that? I can't tell what town that is with the spyglass. We'll probably get sent over there for something in due time, so let's just keep working at trying to get... Ooh. Storm's brewing. Ooh, trophy fish. So I don't think that was part of the demo. Okay, maybe what we'll do, because the storm is sounding pretty strong brewing. Yeah, we'll get back to port. Just sell off what we can here and see how we're doing for our debt. Ooh. I feel like... Oh, hang on. Was this school here before, or did this just spawn? We'll quickly do this, because I can squeeze at least one more of these in. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And we'll just chug along our way back to town. There we go. Pull right in. Off to the fishmonger. I've had a special order come through from a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices. Tell me about the order. You ask for 1 Gulf flounder and 1 gray eel. Just bring them in when you have them. You'll need to have a rod that can handle shallow water fish in order to catch those. Shipwright should be able to sort that for you. Have you got any fish for that order? That I do. Just leave whatever you have here. I'll keep the order on ice till it's all ready to go. There's the gray eel, and the 1 Gulf flounder. Fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money. Good, good. They should be pleased with these. I've got another order here. This one's a little more curious. They want a couple of squid and a whole black grouper. Don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only feed at night, and well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. Hope the seagulls didn't get your catch, those blasted pests. Yeah, so let's sell everything off we got and see how we're sitting. Ooh, that's a nice one. $21.98 for that one alone. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to do there, so we should be good to return to town. You know what? Let's see the mayor and get the last of the debt paid off, because... Or, how much money do I have for the shipwright first, actually? Got a good feeling about these engines. They'll take you far away, reliable too, provided you take care of them. Yeah, so we've got the fishing rods we need for what we want to catch. We don't need any repairs. I wonder if I should get another engine. So if I have the 2, I wonder if that would put us up to 24 knots for top speed. You know what? I'm going to go for it. I do got a bit of money. Okay, not enough for any more lights, but that should probably suit us for now. So time-wise, I don't think we're doing too bad. There's nothing else to research. I think there's just, yeah, a little bit more in the encyclopedia with the gray eel. And then there's supposed to be, there's the Gulf flounder. Yeah, so it does give you a nice bit of info for everywhere that I think you're able to catch them. How much they're worth, trophy sizing or your largest sizing, time of day, the methods. And then this is the next one. So we need to go out at night for this. So you know what? Let's undock and see what we can find. And night is where things get a lot different. Yeah, so here's the squid. There's an arrow squid. I think it was 2 of them, but maybe we'll try for a bit more. Okay, there's that depleted. Yeah, there is a little change in the icon at the top. If I remember right, that's our Sandy, and this is a game that's going to definitely play with the mind and go into specific genres of horror. Exposure to fog and other things increase your panic. Bright lights and sleeping will reduce it. You know what, let's get one more squid and then see about the black grouper if we can find it. Okay. I don't know if I'll actually be able to see anything at night, really. So let me get the lights. And just try driving around a bit to see if we can find what we're after. I can't remember if the black grouper is actually like day or night we'll find it. Ooh. That was a little creepy. Oh yeah, you gotta be very careful at night, because as you can see, until you have some really good lights, you can almost run right into the rocks or that. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna back up away from here. Oh. I just mentioned that that's something that could happen, and... Ooh. There we go, black grouper. And unfortunately, that damaged hull is actually going to bring an end to our fishing for right now, because Ooh. Oh, maybe not. Let's... Oh, never mind. That's the only one I can get. Okay, we stayed out all night, but it looks like we have daylight coming on, so... I'll just stay by the buoy a bit here and see if that helps us. Yeah, there's the underlying tone to Dredge that's going to make this a very interesting experience. Let's just dock here. A hunchwoman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concerned, visible apprehension. Why are you here? I've come to fish, come see the area. I don't think it's come to meet people. We'll say we've come to fish. There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. Oh, we got something from the mayor. Maybe what we'll do, though, is we'll pause... Uh-oh. I was going to say, we'll pause this episode here, and then we'll continue next episode. Because, yeah, Dredge, I think, is going to be a fun one to tackle together. The demo was pretty well received, and the full game just looks like it has a lot more in store. So thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Dredge. If you did like the video, you should give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, leave them in the comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.